So here's some divorce stats for you guys. Nationally, we're not cherry picking
Here we
over
go.
here.
Here we go.
Exactly.
Here's some stats for you guys. Man versus woman. Women file for divorce 70% of the time.
There
That
you
goes
go.
up to 90% of the time when they're
College
college educated.
Woo!
Beware those smart girls, y'all. Women get the kids 90% of the time.
This is what she doesn't
Average child
understand.
support payment is $720 a month. Alimony is around 40% of the guy's income. These are stats, and then men are way more likely to end up getting depressed, fat, alcohol, drugs,
There it
and
is.
suicidal.
Thank you.
So back to this point that I kind of want to discuss. The divorce rate, 70% women initiate this. You said this is exactly why men are so hesitant to get married
Yes.
today. So is marriage an outdated deal for men? What
Oh,
do you think, bro?
yes.
I mean, I think men and women are better together, and like
Agreed.
marriage is good as an institution. But I feel like the government ruined it. I just think it's a bad deal for men the way the laws are today.
Okay. So what should men do if they want to get married and you believe that family unit is
Yeah, do it privately. Private marriage. Get married. Get married at a church. Don't get the government involved, don't get the state involved. Have a ceremony, have cake and ice cream, do the dance and all that, but don't sign anything.
is ideal? Should men just kind of be clear-eyed going into
This
this?
is why I brought the attorney.
This is why you brought the
And
attorney.
it's so
You can't
weird.
hide behind the attorney, bro. You got to answer the
No,
question.
I'm saying-
You can't handle the truth.
No, I'm saying like that's why 'cause the legal. I mean, some guys do the prenup. Some guys choose to walk away. Some
Which are useless. Prenups are absolutely useless. Prenups are absolutely useless. But I don't think this is a complicated question. Why are men, do you think the institution of marriage is still useful? Not the way it's currently constructed with the laws. And the solution is to get married, but don't involve the state or the government.
guys. I've heard of a guy that lives with a girl but has her pay the rent so she can't. Because I guess she can seize your assets legally if she's just living with you for a certain amount of time, and that can include like even if she leaves her stuff at your apartment.
Yeah.
And so
Yeah.
I've heard some like guys have interesting solutions.
So is
But
marriage
let's
just a
come up
bad
with.
deal for men
Well,
these days?
I
Let's
mean,
let's
it
go there.
can
Or
be,
is it
but
a
I-
bad deal for someone who makes the most money?
Well, listen.
Because
I'm
I
so-
feel like
I'm-
it's not even just men or women, it's whoever makes the most money.
Yes, but men make more money than women. There it is. Men make more money than women. Most women are useless. Sweet cheeks. Most women are useless. Most men have everything to lose and nothing to gain. That's why, dude, why do you think women are dragging dudes down the aisle? They got nothing to lose. They got nothing to lose. They got nothing to lose. That's why they're so in favor of marriage. Big Game E with the $10 super chat says, Donovan, Peter Pan is in a fog due to Blondie's peace leave. Yep. I agree.
In the relationship. It's why are we pigeonholing
That's
it to
not
men or
true.
women?
And again, the stat that you just read
Well,
about
they're not
women.
gonna- okay, if you
let
are
me
married-
finish, please. Let me
if
finish.
you're
Let me
married-
finish. The stat that you just read about women getting custody 90% of the time.
Yeah.
Right. And this is why it's so good to have a couple on here that and they're both ignorant about these laws. It's like, oh well, just men get custody 50% of the time too, and it's
No.
not true.
No.
If women get primary physical custody 90% of the time, that should be a stat that shocks them, right?
Do you think that they should take a 1-year-old or a baby and give the primary custody to the male, the man, the dad,
Again,
or
That's
the
actually a
mom?
really good point.
I
Okay, so a 1-year-old. So you're getting divorced. And yes, she is getting agitated. She is getting agitated. So now what she's going to do is she's going to use an extreme situation. She's going to use an extreme situation to try to disprove the argument. You cannot use a macro argument as a defense to a. I'm sorry. You cannot use a micro argument as a defense to a macro argument.
Like if it's a newborn.
I
If
just
it's a
answered the
newborn.
question.
No.
So what? So we're getting divorced. Wait. So you pop out the kid and you get divorced? Like what are we talking about? What are we talking about? I only know of one person who got divorced right after having the kid. That was Brittany Renner. Brittany Renner got divorced. She divorced PJ Washington 2 weeks after she had the kid. And we all know how that turned out.
No, I just have that question. Do you
I just
think yes or
answered
no?
the question. It should be default 50-50.
See, there it
It's
is.
half of the man's genetics, half of the woman's genetics, half of the man's chromosomes, half of the woman's.
There you go. See that? You see that? Even she's biased. Well, what do you think? Would you take a 1-year-old and then the man doesn't get to bond with his baby? The man doesn't get to bond with his baby. By the time the kid is old enough to be around dad, he doesn't know who the fuck dad is. Get out of here with that. Mike Steele, $5 super chat, says they need to show Peter Pan that picture of the statue outside of the New York family court. It's a woman with a sword holding the head of a man. Yeah.
Woman's chromosomes. It's half their baby. It can't be, well, you know, we're gonna give the mom the kid until the kid's age 2, and then
Thank
we're gonna
you.
introduce the dad.
Thank
No.
you.
If
Exactly.
the mom wants to breastfeed, that's fine. And the mom
not-
can breastfeed on her time and can send bottles to the.
But no
to
one's
the father.
arguing with you that it should be 50-50.
Yeah,
do you
actually.
You're saying it should
she-
be
she-
default.
No, actually, no. Your girlfriend is arguing that it shouldn't be 50-50. She's arguing about it. She just asked, what if it's a newborn? What if it's a da-da-da-da-da-da?
She just asked.
I'm just-
Your girlfriend just asked if the father should have. What did you say? If the
I'm saying that that the mother should not be the primary custody. But honestly, when
That's
it's
what she just
50-50,
said.
the
That.
kids
That
going
you're,
back
you're,
and
you're
forth.
saying that no one should say it shouldn't be 50-50, and your
No,
girlfriend just said
I'm
it.
saying the primary, like with the person like the kid living with the mom. But honestly,
No.
when it's 50-50, they're not full time at anyone's house. They're bouncing back and forth.
So
Well,
And that's what the
your
California
question
state
was,
law pushes for.
Your statement said.
She keeps saying that's what California pushes for. That's what California pushes for. That's what California does. Get out of here.
Statement was no one saying that it shouldn't be 50-50. Your girlfriend just said that it shouldn't. And I agree with you. It should be 50-50. It should not be where the mother, being a mother, gets primary physical custody of these kids.
Okay.
So I agree with you. I don't agree with her. Like,
Wow.
fathers should have equal right to these children.
They do, though.
Yo, TLA. Yo, TLA. TLA is telling him straight up, I agree with her. Or he's like, I agree with you. I don't agree with her. Oh, dude, I love it. I love how he's like straight up challenging her. And you can tell this bitch Madison Miller, this chick Madison Miller has never been challenged like this. You can always tell when outsiders run up on people like us. They're like, "Whoa, wait a minute. This dude knows exactly what he's talking about." Beastly Nerd, $5 says, I think Peter Pan is lying. There's no way he doesn't know about the laws when people not from our country know the law. I don't know, man. I don't know, dude. He really, do you think he's being willfully ignorant? Or do you think he's just, all right, put it on the poll, Dev. Put it on the poll, Dev. Put it on the poll. Is Peter Pan really ignorant, or is he faking it to stay out of trouble with his girlfriend? Is Peter Pan really ignorant, or is he faking ignorance to stay out of trouble with his girlfriend? Put it on the poll.
Their children.
I'm just going off of what I know.
The stat that the man sitting next to you, Adam, told you is that 90% of the time, women get primary physical custody of these kids.
But
I
like,
know what you're
imagine,
saying.
imagine if it was
No.
vice
I know,
versa.
but
Imagine if it was vice versa. If women only got custody 10% of the time,
I
like we
agree.
would be in uproar
But
about
Absolutely.
it.
I feel like
But you never hear
very-
about it, because when it comes to men, like
We're
like
not
people-
looking at
people-
all
She needs to
the
quit in her-
reasons, though. Like, there could be reasons to why that stat is.
90%
The
of the
male-
time.
90%?
Yeah, there could be reasons to where, okay,
So you
maybe
think
the
9 out of
father
10
did not want to be around. Maybe
9 out
the
of
father
10.
can't be around.
Here
his
we
9
go.
out
child.
of 10. 9 out of 10 of them.
Yes, 9 out of 10.
That's
Wow,
no.
that's a bold statement.
That's what I think.
Be clear about this.
Imagine
9 out of 10 should
dating
be
a
what?
woman that
I
feels
guess I
so
want to understand
bad
this.
against
Everyone relax.
men.
I'm saying
Madison, what are you
that-
saying?
I'm saying that there's so many reasons to why this percentage could be this high.
Did you know that I just saw an article the other day that hookers are more likely to get custody of their children? Prostitutes.
Boom!
hookers.
Pearl, that is such a great point, because
Hookers.
everybody, just like her, everybody wants to look at what the problems are, what the man are,
Yes.
and assume
Thank
that
you.
the mother is a
Thank
good
you.
mother. I
Thank
have
you.
represented so many shitty mothers that still get custody of these kids. But everybody's like, oh, well, 90% of the time, the moms get custody, so there must be a reason on the dad's side. This is what you just
And that's exactly what Peter Pan was getting at when he said, well, why don't they have full custody? He wanted to say it, but he just doesn't have that kind of backbone. But I picked up on that with his body language.
said.
I
No one looks at the
honestly-
mother side, though, and wonders, why is it? if women are human beings too, if men can be poor fathers, then women can be poor mothers. Why is it that even with women being poor mothers, they get custody 90% of the time?
There it is.
Yeah.
Right? If you sit back and think about this, it doesn't make sense. Of course, there's a preference for
The
women.
men are getting screwed over by the system.
There we go. Oh, okay. There we go.
Absolutely.
So
It's
I have a lot-
Yeah. So, and this is something that this is something I thought TLA was going to say, but TLA is the master of the long stroke, and the long stroke was valid, but everything TLA said when he asked him that question is because family and divorce courts are skewed heavily in the favor of women. That's why.